Oh, hey, what's cooking? So, I don't know about where you are, but round here the weather lately has been constantly cold, mostly raining, and just thoroughly miserable. At which point you need some nice comfort food to cheer yourself up. And there's nothing better in those circumstances than a nice big warming bowl of noodle soup. And with some cherry blossom growing on the tree outside, I thought I might as well make a ramen with my delicious jammy yolked ramen eggs. Put eggs in the comments down below to see the recipe for the egg. Meanwhile, enjoy the soup. What's cooking, YouTube? Start by rehydrating some dried mushrooms in boiling water, and then save some of the liquid for later on. Next up, you'll make the marinade for your pork. So add some vegetable oil, bit of sesame oil, bit of mirin if you've got some available, sprinkling of Chinese fire spice, get some nice Chinese flavours in there, and then obviously a splash of soy sauce, a little bit of red food colouring, try and get that traditional char stew kind of colouring, and then whisk it all together, make sure it all mixes up nicely together into a marinade, and then get your pork steaks and add the marinade to the bag, making sure that your pork is fully coated, and then pop in the fridge until you're ready to cook later. Next up, get your veg ready. So I've got some chilli for the topping, some garlic to actually go in the ramen. There's going to be some spring onions in here. Keep your white bits and your green bits separate. Cook with the white bits and then use the green bits for the topping with the chilli later. Nice bit of bok choy. I've got half of one here because I used the other half in the recipe the other day. And then added some little baby corn as well because they're always nice and add a bit of crunch. Next up, get your pork out of the fridge, put it on a rack over a baking tray, and then get a preheated oven at 180, stick them in there for about 20 minutes. And cook your noodles as per packet instructions. I like these fat ones. Next, to pre-cook the bok choy and the baby corn. Obviously you can just steam the bok choy if you prefer, but I love doing it like this. Just get a pan, get some hot oil, and then add some garlic granules and some chili flakes. Add those to taste depending on how hot and spicy you want it. And then pop your bok choy in there, one side down, for about 3 to 4 minutes until it starts just charring nicely. Then turn over and get ready to add the baby corn, pop those in there as well, and give it another 2, maybe 3 minutes. The baby corn might need a little bit longer at the end, just in that oil, just to finish it off. Give the pan a wipe out once you're finished, and then add your mushrooms just to get a little bit of colour on them. You don't have to do this stage, but it's something I like on the mushroom. So then get your wok on high heat and heat some oil up. Get ready to make the broth. In goes the whites of the spring onions, the garlic, some ginger. Give it a good mix up, give it a stir around, get the rawness off of it. Then I've got a tablespoon each of miso and gochujang, a bit of spice and a bit of depth of flavour. Add those to the vegetables and give them a good stirring, get them mixed up now. Real fragrancy coming off of those. And then add your chicken stock, which has also got some of that mushroom liquor left in it and some soy sauce. Give it another really good stir, bring it to a boil, and then just leave it to simmer for a few minutes. Just reduce a little bit and let all those flavours meld together. It was at this point that my iPhone overheated and I had to let it rest and cool down for about 10 minutes before I could finish the filming. I suppose that's just one of the perils of filming overhead shots when you've got a hot hob and things bubbling away. Obviously you can just throw everything in the bowl however you like and then pour the soup on top, but you've got to try and make it look pretty. So once you've added your noodles, your vegetables and your mushrooms and the pork, put your yummy gooey ramen egg on top, add the soup, and then sit back and enjoy.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.